Well, hi there, it's Brooke, and today I'm going to share with you my tiered trays for the 4th of July. So I've created 4 tiered trays. I always put a little Target dollar spot tray down on my end table in my basement because I have smaller end tables down here, so those Target trays fit perfect. And then I also have my Amazon one that I always put in the corner of my kitchen by my sink because I have these big corner cabinets and a lot of useless space. So I always put one there. And then I always have one on my end table in my living room. And so that one can vary because I have ones that are similar sizes, so I can kind of interchange which one I put there. And then I'm going to put one on my coffee bar. So I'll have like 3 upstairs, but I do that a lot. I have some cool pieces that I really wanted to use. On the metal one that I put on the coffee bar, that's usually the only one I'll use on the coffee bar is that metal decor steels tray, or I'll use a Target tier tray. And so I have 4 of them for you. I'm gonna share them to you just in the order I created them. It was just how I was feeling, and that's how it's gonna go. So let's get to tier traying. So the first tray I created was the one for my kitchen, and I had purchased these new rain boots from the Mel Denver Etsy shop, and I was just so excited to use these. So I was like, I knew they would fit on this tray the best, so that is the one that I started with. And I tried them like up here, and I just wasn't satisfied. But this is kind of where I had envisioned putting them anyways when I thought about buying them and what tray I would create. This is kind of where I wanted them, kind of like side by side on the bottom of my Amazon tray. And then I kind of switched gears and went up to the top, and I put this number 4 here. And then I remembered that I really like this little like basket, ceramic blue basket with those white flowers that I had did, I think, on my Hobby Lobby tray, my more tiered trays, which I will link all the Patriotic videos below. And so I knew I wanted to put this up here, kind of just hanging out off to the side with my sign. And then I decided to add some fillers, so I grabbed my little double set of ramekins. These are from the Target dollar spot a long time ago. They used to come out with these for all sorts of times, but they haven't been lately. And then I always like to put this little baseball up in there, or in some sort of bowl. I have put it in my pinch and dash bowl also. And then I just filled the back in with my red mason jar, just to kind of give it a little more filler. This does sit in a corner, so I really only need to kind of decorate the front and the sides a little bit. Not even the sides very much, just mainly the front. I do not worry about what the back looks like. And so then when I was looking at it like this, I really wanted to use my little garland I got, loop garland from Hobby Lobby. And so I really liked it with this Pledge of Allegiance sign that when I used it on my Hobby Lobby tray. Put that over here, and then just have that droop over here like that. So then I wanted some filler for my back, so I just kept my red hearts in this little metal wire basket, and I filled that in over here so you can kind of see that off to the side. And then I just put this metal bucket behind the boots just to add a little filler in the back, so when you like look through it, you can kind of see that by the boots. And then I wasn't exactly, like, I had florals up here, and I felt like it maybe needed something over here. So I took my 2 red flowers from the Hobby Lobby pick section and stuck them in that blue boot just to add a little bit more of my florals that I like. And then I thought this top was just a little lacking, so I just grabbed one of my Liberty spools and just kind of set that right there just to add a little more filler. And then I remembered I have this little ant that I had purchased for trays you'll see in a week, and I thought it'd be fun, you know, 4th of July, you always think of picnicking, so I thought it'd be fun to put my little ant maybe just kind of like hanging out down here a little bit, just kind of like a sneaky little thing in there that, like, unless you're really looking at it, you're probably not going to notice it. You're just going to see the beads. So there is my kitchen 4th of July tray. I really love how it turned out. I put this together in like a snap. I was like, wow, I just really knew what I wanted, I guess. The other ones took me a little bit more to figure out than this one. This one went like a snap, and then the rest of them I had to rearrange and think, and I knew what I wanted, but I just had to fine tune. So here's the first one. For the second tray, I wanted to use the metal one that I always put on my coffee bar. And my first piece that I wanted to use on that was my new Ray Dunn mug that I got. It has USA, blue, and then has a little camper in the back, which I kind of wish it didn't have the camper, but you can't see it, and I really love the look of like the USA and the blue mug. So I decided to use it down on the bottom, and I wanted to give it just a little bit of height. If you put it like this so the handle points into the middle, I don't necessarily need to prop it up, but if I do put it over here, and if I want the handle to kind of like go over the edge, I do need to prop it up. But I just like the height with it propped up, so I just left it like that because I had tried it on both sides. And so this was my first piece that I wanted to use on here. My second piece was my new little cherry Coke mug, and I got this off Etsy again, and has the little fake ice cubes in it. They're kind of like almost diamond looking. They're not like square shaped. Anyways, it says cherry Coke with the little cherry in the straw, and I just thought it was super cute, so I grabbed that for the summertime and 4th of July. That'd be cute on a Valentine's tray too, just because of the red. Of course, it does fit without a little propping, but I just like to have a little height on that a little better, and then you kind of get it up above this ridge so you can see it a little better. And then from here, I just kind of picked out a few filler pieces because I wasn't sure about my main pieces that I wanted. So I did grab a few filler. I have my navy blue lantern. I propped that over here on the bottom. And then I have another red mason jar. And then when I was going through my stuff, I really wanted to use my red pie with this mug. I just thought it looked so cute, kind of like just next to this mug. And so I knew I wanted to use that. And I also wanted to use my blue one, but I couldn't figure out how to like where to put it, how to stick it so it would like look good. I needed something to kind of like anchor it, like I had the mug or the red pie. I needed something to anchor it for the blue pie. And so once again, I grabbed my pinch and dash bowl, gave them a little height with a wood slice, and then I just propped my little blue pie there. And then I moved on to the bottom. Thinking about pies, I have this little red like pot thing. This is from the Martha Stewart collection. I don't know where it's from. I got it at the thrift store. And so I put it over here. And once again, I propped it up a little bit. And then I was able to kind of get my pie in there a little better and prop it up. So next thing, I wanted another filler piece back here. So I have my big cloche. I have 3 of these, a small, medium, and large. This is the large one. So I just decided to fill it with those checkered hearts from Hobby Lobby. Put it in here, and I kind of gave it a shake so they would kind of position how I wanted them. And then I popped that in here in the back so you can see it. And then looking at it, I wanted to add a little filler or florals. I wanted to put something in my bowl. So for the bowl, I just grabbed 2 more of those stars. Did I say hearts? I meant stars. The other tray had hearts. I'm so used to only having plaid or checkered hearts. The stars. So there is, I put those up there in that pinch and dash bowl. And then I wanted to add in some greenery to my cup here. I tried to do straws, but I just couldn't get them to like set right in there. So I just passed on that and decided to put in some greenery. And this is just that leaf greenery from Hobby Lobby. And I also grabbed a little thing just to put in here kind of with the stars in the bowl. And then I also wanted to use my navy. And then I have my white flowers just for a little more accent piece. So I just put these off to the side here, and then these off to the side on the top. I switched around the lantern and the cloche, and I didn't like these stars like right above the other stars, but I did flip-flop the white and navy flowers. I just like that better. I don't know why, I just think it goes a little better that way. I thought maybe this was like too low compared to this, but I think it works. I think it's fun. You can kind of see the stars in the back maybe a little better, and it doesn't have to all be tall and big and just fill it up. So sometimes spatial things I'm really fussy and has to be just so, but I really do like this. I like how it came out. I love that I was able to use my little cherry Coke. Here's my coffee bar tray. So here is is my little Target tier tray that will go downstairs on the end table. I was just looking through all my Target tier trays. I kind of wanted to go for like a vintagey kind of, you know, boho-y feel, I guess, is why I picked this one. And when I was doing it, I really wanted to use this little sign on it that I got. And I thought it would look really cute up here. But then when I got it out, I was like, no, that looks really stupid up there. But I was committed to this tray. So we had to finagle things and figure out how to make it work. So on the bottom, I did grab one of my navy napkins, put that in there for a little more texture to get a little bit more Americana going or patriotic decor going. And I really like the look of this down here at the bottom on the napkin. So that's as I got this far and kind of sat there and stared at it like, what the heck am I gonna do? So then I was kind of thinking back to all the 4th of July Target tiered trays that I made and the elements that I really liked from some of them. So I really like this little lantern with the spools inside. So I decided to use that again. And then I really liked my little vintage heart that I just had kind of propped up in that like circle one. So then I was like, okay, what do I want to use to prop this stuff up? So I grabbed a little house because that's kind of how I had it in the other one. And then I also had one of my bud vases. Yeah, I tried to put it so you could see the house as much as you could, but then also like support it. So there's the top. I didn't have to do much more to the top than that. And then since I used the house on the top, I figured why not use a house on the bottom. So we are just going to slide that in here. And then I felt like it needed something right here. I tried like putting spools there. I didn't like it. I tried one of those stars. And just with like the navy, it didn't, and the red, then it was too much red, or the blue just didn't match. I tried just the like cotton little circles and they just weren't fitting. So then I grabbed out my super misshapen little cotton pick and it just kind of fit in there really nice. This one did come apart, so they're a little closer together than how they come at the store. That's always an idea. If they're not fitting at the store, you can easily like re-tape them kind of in there or something. I don't know. I just lucked out. Mine are all funny shaped because they've come apart or they come from this or that. And though, so there it is. I really like using the cotton. I don't know how popular cotton is anymore, but it just sometimes adds that nice white pop, but it adds texture and it's neutral with the browns, and that's just what I needed. For the tray that goes on my end table in my living room upstairs, I really wanted to use this white tray, but everything that I was trying on it was just frustrating me. It wasn't working. So then I looked at my brown Hobby Lobby tray and that just wasn't going. I was trying to use that little red flip sign on them. Neither of those are working. So then I used the flip sign on the Target tier tray, and that worked out perfect. So then I remembered that Cass and Home, another YouTuber, she has the brown one of this tray, had created a really cute 4th of July one last year. So I went and hunted down her video on that. She had created some other summer kind of ones, but then at the end had created a 4th of July one. So I went and watched her video on what she did, and then I also found the picture of the tray on Instagram. So I can put a picture of what her tray looks like here. And so that's kind of the inspiration that I took for this tray because I was just super struggling with it. So we are going to take inspiration from her tray. We're not going to do it exactly because I don't have exactly the pieces, but we are gonna make it very similar. When I was doing this, I realized she has the flags kind of like over here and here. Well, I only have one flag, and when I put it over here, it like hung backwards, if that makes sense. Like I'm always used to, like, you know, the stars are up in this corner and then the stripes go this way, where it was like, you know, the stars are in this corner but the stripes are going this way. So I was like, okay, that's probably not how you should hang a flag. I mean, I know there's a bunch of rules. The boys took Cub Scouts for a while, and I know they had a bunch of flag etiquette, and it was just bothering me because I was like, I don't think that's the right way to hang your flag. You know, so I flip-flopped it so my flag will be over here on the top and then my other thing will be over here. So she has a napkin in there and it's laying like more like this, and mine's gonna have to be more like, and I'm off to the side, so I'm like, okay, how do I do this again? Give me a sec. Okay, there we go, Brooke, there we go. Okay, I'm back, I got it. I had to do it this way and then reverse my brain. I started with the first thing that I have exactly the same as hers, which is this little faux greenery from the Target dollar spot forever ago. Sometimes I wish they would put the year on here, so I bet this has been a while. So I put that kind of over here off to the side. Okay, in her tiered tray, she had like those little skinny bowl plate things and a pitcher, like a little pitcher. And those are from Hobby Lobby, but I just have this, so I thought that would work well. And this is the porcelain creamer from Target. And then she put a few little like metal spoons in hers. I'm just gonna put my little wood spoons that I have in here. And then she has like a crock in the back. So I'm just gonna use my lantern here. And then she has some like the baby's breath coming out. And I tried a bunch of different things with that and I just didn't like it. So I ended up just using like a clear bud vase. And then I decided to use this 4th of July sign for my little sign over there. And I am gonna use a stack of my little blocks to kind of hold it up and prop it up here. Okay, and then up on the top, she has like a salt and pepper shaker and another vase and stuff, but I didn't really like have any of that stuff. So I decided to use my sugar pot that matches my creamer. I wanted someplace to be able to stick that flag, and so I decided just to put some greenery in mine. It does have a cute little lid. So I took off the lid and now I can stick the flag in there, but let's fill in the rest first. So she had some stars up there, so I used my little red star, and then I used my other little vintage looking heart to kind of simulate the stars that she had. And then she put like a big sign in the back, and you can't like read it very well, but it adds like that red, white, and blue and looks super cool. So I was like, I should do that more often. So I just grabbed my Home Sweet Home one and just put that in the back, and I thought that filled it out really nice, or it like adds that color, and you can still kind of see God Bless America. And then over here, I kind of wedged my flag in those trees. I have this little like pinwheel. She had a flag, and I did poke a hole in the foam in here, which kind of broke my heart a little bit because just one of those things, but you shouldn't be able to see it. And so I just have that poking out, kind of like how she has the flakes. And I did want to add some of that like baby's breath kind of floral. So I just have these little white ones. They're not exactly the same, but we're very similar. And that's what I tried to put in the vases, and they just weren't working. So I just decided to skip that part, and then I'm just going to lay them down here. I'm going to take a step back. So here's my final Patriotic tray that'll go on my end table, and I love how it turned out. I'm so glad I flip-flopped this, because I did do it the other way, and I just didn't like how the flag was backwards. It just was throwing me off a bit. I thought about like I could technically, you know, make it go the right way, but then I'm like, it's not really how it's attached to a flagpole. So I just flip-flopped it and it worked out good. Now I just gotta kind of get it to stay where I want it, maybe. Okay, there. It works a little better. Not look like it's gonna fall over. So here is my little, here's my last tray. Well, there is my 4 Patriotic tiered tray. I am so happy with how they turned out, and I'm gonna go put them around my house, and then I can start decorating the rest of my house. I'm just gonna add a few touches to my mantle and switch out pillows and my dough bowl and my bookshelf, and then the rest of my coffee bar I'll probably add something to. But I'm not going to change up too much, just a few touches here and there to bring in the Patriotic, and then I can do whatever I want after the 4th of July. I'm not sure which direction I'm going yet, but I will think of it. I got another month or more. So I hope you enjoyed this video and got some inspiration. Let me know in the comments if you're decorating for the 4th of July, or if you already did because it was Memorial Day, or if you just went straight into summer and maybe gonna put out a flag. Either way, it's all fun and how you want to do it. So please remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.